SpongeBob's best friend Patrick, totally get why he lives under a rock the longer I live in adulthood. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Natalie As I Am. Very quickly, gotta give a shout out to the person behind the branding for this channel. Always and forever, Nonti, student, graphic designer, local. I made use of her services. She's amazing. She was so easy to work with. She's quite creative. So those are details on the screen. Go ahead and make use of the girl's services. You know you got to. And then also, I'm Natalie As I Am on all my social media platforms. That's Twitter, Facebook, and the Instagram. My gosh. So I mentioned Patrick living under a rock in SpongeBob. And now that I'm older, I'm telling you, I understand what this means. You know, when we're younger, we watch cartoons and we kind of like, well, he's just living under a rock. And it's like the older you flip and get, the more you join the dots on what the hell is going on. Because very oftentimes you can see your life in cartoons in hindsight when you look back as an adult. Can I just tell you how I've just been in another space? I've been in this funk, and I can't even begin to tell you why. How I do, the how I get, and the how is social media. I'm just gonna be frank. The how is social media, and I always see people speak about being down in the dumps and needing a break from social media, blase. And I was like, it's not that bad. Literally just log out of your social media. And it is that bad. It's that bad. Because I just found social media was really getting weird. It was doing what it intended to do, don't get me wrong. And it intends to make us feel a certain way about our lives. So don't even get it twisted. So mission accomplished on the part of social media. But obviously as a human being, I've just been feeling so awkward about it. I find that the more I'm kind of like scrolling, you know, you're hopelessly scrolling because they're trying to make you feel like you're going to get lucky, like you're at the slot machines, you know, and you're kind of like refreshing your feeds and you're dragging down the screen and you're just scrolling because you have this expectation it's going to be something new, this, that. But the more, it's not even that, the more I am seeing people's lives kind of playing out, especially, maybe it's just me, but on Twitter. I thought Instagram was that place, and Instagram is that place, but because I like things on Twitter, I'm finding people really overshare their lives on Twitter. And mostly it's the good that they share. And the good is a lot of the times comes with, I got this job. I just managed to buy this house. I managed to buy that car. And of course there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, it really makes you kind of like look at your life. You kind of step aside and you're like, what's happening, eh? This is weird. And it makes you compare your life to people's lives on social media, which is really silly if you ask me, but that's kind of the point as well. So it's not silly, and it's easy for people to say, don't compare your life to other people's lives, but it's just kind of like people seem really happy like 24/7 on social media, which in reality is of course not the case. But I just found that space like really, it was getting weird. And this doesn't really happen to me. When I go off social media, or when I'm on there, I'm just like, when I want to go off, I want to go off. Look at people's lives. If you're rich and fabulous, do you? And then I'm able to just log off and call it a day. Is it ever a day? But I've just been feeling super weird. Like social media has just been demanding way more than it generally does. And that the forces of evil were just trying to get me down. And I just watched Social Dilemma. and I said I don't want to do this video until I've actually watched that documentary regarding this powerhouse that is social media and what its intentions really are, that how deep it actually goes to getting you to do what it wants you to do, and to a point where you don't even realize. So obviously there's a question of, is this moral if you're getting people to do things they maybe wouldn't ordinarily sign up to, but you get them to do it in such a way that you make them drug addicts? That's all it is. They're competing, they're sucking the life out of you. So instead of you like spending time with your kid, spending time doing constructive things, hiking, playing with your doggies, the small little things, painting, arts and crafts, they're competing for your attention. So the more they can kind of suck the life out of you, or the more they can let you engage less with your normal life, that's how they're winning. And there's really specific strategies in place to do this. And many people who've worked at your Googles, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram are in that Social Dilemma movie or documentary, and they're speaking out. And you could even see there's a question of this, like, this is not okay. Something is not okay, because we understand what we're doing to these people. Why are we not questioning the outcome it's having in people's lives as far as depression is concerned, as far as suicide rates are concerned, or just suicide ideation for that matter? It doesn't have to be suicide. Suicide ideation is enough for there to be a problem. And I thought this makes so much sense. We always knew, because we always hear about how social media is just bad and how it drains you. But because it's so socially acceptable, no one's really making you feel uncomfortable for your addiction. So it's like being able to smoke drugs in your house and everybody just kind of turns a blind eye, which is not, that doesn't happen. Or at least not in my household. That'll never happen. But that's not just something you do. You don't just kind of pull out your drugs and you start smoking your life away until you're high and everybody continues. The party, the show must go on. But with your phone, with social media, it's evident you don't listen clearly anymore, because people have to repeat themselves way more. You're not engaged in conversation. You can't go to the damn well toilet without needing your phone, which is sickening if you ask me. You can't even go to bed without first being enslaved to your damn phone until you're so exhausted that you fall asleep with the phone in your hand while you're still on your social media app. They know everything. They know absolutely everything. It goes beyond them knowing what we click on and suggesting that, oh, she might be into this because she likes these sorts of pictures or she comments here. It's way more. They know, they've literally kind of created this personality or being, this virtual being of who you are, and they're able to pull the strings accordingly, and they need your time. If they could have you online 24/7, and I mean 24/7, that's kind of the goal. That is where that is headed, and it's really scary. It didn't surprise me one, but I was just happy that I really got to see the deeper side into the workings of this machine that is social media, and how we can go as far as saying how immoral it is at some point. Unethical, really. How unethical it is to really have so much control over people's lives, because what else can't you influence? That's the scary part. So I really felt myself super weird, and I didn't have my memory card. What am I speaking about? I spent like 10 days speaking about how kind of just in a funk I was, and I forgot that I'd lost my new memory card that I bought. So annoying, because my colleague picked it up and he gave it to me and he said, listen Natalie, I think this is yours because I found this memory card where you generally sit. And I was like, oh mama, thanks so much. I didn't even know I lost it, and I put it in my jacket pocket. Next thing you know, try to look for it the next day, that memory card was a goner. So I can't take pictures, I can't do uploads, and all I'm thinking about is there's just no content that's going out. There's no content going out. I'm just non-existent at this point. I need to go and get a memory card. And I tried on 3 different occasions to go and buy a memory card or something else, and it just, I can't remember, was that for a tripod that I'm still battling to get? I can't even remember. I just know I failed dismally on 3 occasions, but I went for the 4th time recently and I got a new memory card. So annoying. So annoying. But the fact of the matter is, this is the reality of where we are. And I know a lot of people feel that way. And it's easy to say, oh, I'll just take a break. Don't touch your phone. Don't do X, Y, and Z. Yeah, that's not how drugs work once you've had it. That's not how drugs work. All drug addicts will tell you. It's like, oh no, I can stop. I can stop tomorrow if I want to. I just don't want to stop tomorrow. Sure you don't want to stop tomorrow. You can't stop tomorrow. But I'm just very cognizant of being present in the moment. But it's not so much the addiction of a phone or social media for me. It was just when I go online and I see kind of everybody's lives, and it just makes you question your life. Like, are you doing enough? Even though I know what I'm doing, it's like, how much more do I want to do to feel okay? And that's once again, that's also how social media was designed. It's designed to create, like, they create your worth for you. So your worth is in likes, your worth is in the quality of your pictures, the content, how many people engage, da 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 da. So they've created this false toxic sense of self-worth online that affects you in real life. Dude, that's where the power is. It just doesn't stay online. It goes from on your phone, put your phone off, and oh shucks, I'm not virtual anymore yet. I'm still feeling the effects of what was happening virtually. So it's really a lot, and I'm not complaining. This is just the reality of it all, and this is what it meant to do. It was designed to do this, to make you feel icky and weird about situations. And I know a lot of people, as much as we stay on our phones, it's the one thing that just drains sometimes the life out of us. And if I had a choice, I said I want to get myself a little flip phone, minimal features. I don't know if I can get a SIM card that large though, because now we've got like these little micro and nano SIM cards. But I just want to get myself a flip phone. It has to be a flip phone. There's no other way. It has to be a flip phone, very basic, like one game on there, like one game that takes me like 10 million years to finish. I don't have WhatsApp, I don't have Insta, I don't have Facebook, I don't have anything on that phone. So you can only phone me and you can only SMS me. That is living la vida loca for me, if I kind of had it my way. But obviously there are some other stuff that I would like access to, like YouTube, being able to put out my YouTube videos. That's important to me. So there's that as well. So if you see me with a flip phone, don't ask me questions. I'm gonna need you to step aside, and I'm gonna need you to know that it is what it is, and you have been warned. Your comments, as always, are appreciated. Kindly like this video if you care, if it means anything to you, if it's relatable. If it's not, you know what? Dislike this video if it's not relatable, if it doesn't mean anything to you, if you don't care. Because you're gonna do what you want to do anyway, right? Your comments, I don't care if you do nothing. Please just comment. I don't even care about much. Those comments are, and engagement is kind of everything. I love hearing different opinions and feedback, or contributions rather. It's really one of the few things I look forward to on social media, is that engagement. And I'm done going back in my hole. Maybe not lying. I bought a memory card, so content, and I'll see you guys next time as I continue being Natalie as I am.